This segment of our training video is to introduce you to the ESS SCEB electrostatic spraying system, which you'll be using to apply the Monofoil T antimicrobial in automobiles. All the components that you see on the table are a part of the kit that will arrive, except for the required face mask. There are two different manufacturers, or two main manufacturers, 3M and North Face are examples. Applying the antimicrobial requires full face protection during installation. The SCEB sprayer system is a completely self-contained unit that has two refillable Nalgene bottles, an air hose, a compressor, an electrostatic wand, attachments for the Nalgene bottles, extensions for the Nalgene bottles that will attach to the electrostatic wand, a belt hook for the bottles, plug-in for the electrostatic wand, power cable for our complete unit and compressor, as well as instruction manual. So let me show you how to put this together. One of the first things that you want to do when you receive the SCEB sprayer is make sure that you unpack and go through the owner's manual. The electrostatic wand will need a full 24-hour charge before it can be used. If you go through the owner's manual, it'll clearly show you there's a plug-in here on the electrostatic wand. This fits in, and this plugs into any regular outlet. This will need to charge for 24 hours. The indicator light will let you know when the wand is ready. Each electrostatic sprayer has two removable Nalgene bottles. Each one of these Nalgene bottles will hold, when filled to the top, 32 ounces of Monofoil T. There's clear markings on the bottles. Each application in the automobile will be 8 ounces. Take the top off of the Nalgene bottle, replace it with the Nalgene lid that has a fitting on it. Now take the extra hose that has a similar fitting, push, insert, and we're ready to attach this to our electrostatic wand. This is the air hose that will attach to one end of the electrostatic wand and the other one to a port here on the suitcase sprayer, which is where the compressed air will fill through. Unwrap your air hose. You will see that the fitting on the air hose is a completely different size than the fitting that is on our Nalgene bottle. So it's impossible to mix up which port the fittings need to be applied to on the electrostatic wand. Fit the port, make sure it's locked down tight. We can now take our Nalgene bottle fitting, our filled Nalgene bottle, and attach it to the other port on the electrostatic sprayer. Set our wand aside. And then there's a fitting on the back of the other end of the air hose that fits directly into the suitcase sprayer. Locks in, and we're ready to go. After we've attached our air hose and made sure that it is secure, that the latch has attached, we're going to close the suitcase sprayer. Swing it around, and on this side, you'll see this is where we're going to put the plug in. Right there, which is next to our power button. Now we're ready to plug in the suitcase sprayer and begin spraying. Before we turn on the electrostatic sprayer, we want to make sure that the automobile is in a spray-ready condition. That means open the trunk, pop the hood, open all the car doors, all the windows should be rolled down, Any floor mats that are in the vehicle need to be taken out and keep them nearby so that we can spray them as well. Any compartments in the vehicle should be open. So a center console, any armrests in the back, the glove box, a charging station, an ashtray. Anything in the vehicle that can be opened that's a compartment that is a touch surface, we want to make sure that it's open before we begin spraying. The visors should be set halfway down, and if there's a sunroof in the vehicle, we want to make sure that the fabric cover is closed on the sunroof so that we're not spraying directly onto the glass. Now, there's one final step before we begin our electrostatic spray application. The car's prepped, the compartments are open, our sprayer is loaded and ready, and the gun's charged. We need to start the car, turn the air conditioner on, and put it on recirculate. The recirculation will be running the entire time we're spraying. Let's get to it. One of the things to remember is that the Monofoil T product can also be used to rehab problems that have shown up in cars due to a variety of issues such as spilled coffee, spilled food, something else that gets into carpeting or someplace else in the vehicle, cloth seats, that starts to develop into any sort of an issue. This vehicle had a spill in it that required the carpeting be completely removed, and there was still contamination all the way down to the frame. That's been cleaned up, and now we're going to spray the vehicle from the frame up on the side that was contaminated. Everything else about the preparation of the vehicle, in terms of making sure that all the consoles are open, the windows are down, the visors are set halfway, is exactly the same as if you're working on a new or used CPO vehicle. It's just that we're going to start from the frame up on this vehicle. Any sensitive componentry should be wrapped in plastic before the spray begins.